what's crazy, Ted, in sub-Saharan Africa, the pediatric transmission of HIV is like next to zero. PEPFAR has ensured that you can be in the deepest, darkest part of Africa, and the drone will still drop off heart therapy.
Wow.
However, adult transmission of HIV is still pretty significant. Upwards of 30% in some places. And so when say you're below the equator, so your risk of HIV is about 30%, your risk of malaria is about 99%, and your risk of tuberculosis is about 60%, and 3 million people die every year of syphilis. So how about you have psoriasis?
Right.
Because, 3, 4, 5% of people have psoriasis, and you've got all those other comorbidities, so you don't have a single functioning T cell. So what normally you and I would think of what psoriasis looks like, big, thick plaques on the elbows, knees, scalp, maybe inverse, none of that applies. You've got some other manifestations, typically, which is represented by what these not functioning T cells look like or present. Like, could that be psoriasis? Well, there's no lab. You can't biopsy that. You just have to. And then if you do treat it and they do have TB or they do have malaria or Hep C or whatever else, you're not going to give them the things that we have if you could get them.
Yeah.
And so I write when I'm there and people are, once you get their malaria under control, and I'm serious, malaria, 100% of people have malaria. And so once you get all those things under control and you're ready to start psoriasis therapy, I write more methotrexate there, and when I'm there for a week, than I write in 5 years back in the States.
And then someone will take over care. Is that the idea?
Oh, yes. Oh, we haven't talked about that yet. So, I sometimes struggle with this because there is absolute value, in my opinion, in the relief of human suffering. The story, I have a patient that I saw in Nicaragua who had this giant squame. Anyone see my lecture, see this picture? It's like this big on his chest, and he was told to come back, go to the local clinic, and they get an appointment in a year. And so we scrambled together and took care of this thing, and it was quite an ordeal, and he was fine. And that's good. And we impacted this guy's life.